200 feet in the air, a man named Mac is standing on a platform that shakes with every movement. He's trying to navigate a series of jumps with $800,000 on the line, a sum that would be life-changing for almost anyone. But for Mac, the stakes are heavier than just the money. He is a returning contestant who has already lost a combined $1.5 million in previous challenges, and that history follows him onto every platform. To understand why this course is so effective, we have to look at it through the lens of game theory. The designers are betting that they can force Mac into making a mistake by manipulating the relationship between risk and reward. The layout is designed to keep Mac's past failures at the front of his mind. By placing the jumps at a height where a single slip is catastrophic, the environment forces him to prioritize survival over the agility needed to win. Winning $1 million in this context requires navigating a space specifically built to find and exploit the limits of human focus. The early levels use a tactic of deceptive simplicity. They take common childhood games, like a balance beam or monkey bars, and strip away the safety of the playground. On a playground, monkey bars are a low-stakes test of grip strength, usually sitting about 6 feet off the ground. But performing those same mechanical motions while suspended hundreds of feet in the air shifts the biological demand of the task. Exposure to extreme heights triggers a physiological response, where the brain's perception of distance conflicts with the inner ear's balance, flooding the system with adrenaline. This adrenaline rush forces Mac to burn through mental energy just to suppress his fight or flight response. He has to settle his nervous system before he can even begin the physical work of crossing the bars. By utilizing the fear of falling, the designers turn a simple physical exercise into a mental drain that saps the contestant's stamina long before the final level. Level 3 moves away from physical exertion to attack Mac's mental bandwidth. This diagram shows a grid of 44 tiles. To pass, Mac has to memorize a specific path through the labyrinth in under 30 minutes, pushing his working memory to its limit. The pressure comes from the penalty. A total loss is triggered by a single misstep on a red tile, turning a memory test into a high-stakes gamble. When you combine a complex task with the threat of a massive loss, the result is decision paralysis. Every step forward becomes a struggle against the urge to retreat. Max spent nearly his entire 30-minute window second-guessing his memory. He was forced into a loop of retreating to the start to verify the path, wasting time as his confidence eroded. A time trap like this reveals a core truth of the Gauntlet. It isn't just a test of intelligence, but a test of whether the brain can maintain logical function while experiencing dread. In the final stages, the course becomes personal. The designers identified the specific obstacles that caused Mac's previous losses and put them back in his path. They required him to cross rolling logs suspended 200 feet in the air, the exact obstacle that defeated him in a previous challenge, forcing him to face his most recent failure. This honeycomb cookie represents the $1.5 million Mac has already lost. The umbrella shape signifies the exact moment his previous attempts collapsed. The course takes that fragile shape and scales it up. Mac has to jump between umbrella-shaped platforms that get smaller with each leap, with nothing but a 200-foot drop between them. Bringing back the cookie design isn't about physical agility. It's an engineered mental roadblock, designed to see if Mac can overcome the memory of his own failure to finish the job. By the final jump, Mac is physically and emotionally drained. He is standing 200 feet up, staring at the exact hurdle that has cost him everything in the past. This final jump is the resolution of his entire history with the game. To clear it, he has to move past the weight of his previous losses and commit his entire momentum to the leap. Mac clears the gap and completes the course. After 3 attempts and years of failure, he collapses on the platform with $800,000, knowing that the cycle is finally broken. The heights and the swinging hammers were the visible challenges, but they served as distractions for the real contest happening in Mac's head. To win in an environment this extreme, a contestant has to do more than flex their muscles. They have to outsmart their own panic and find a way to silence the history of their own mistakes.